Hello viewers, the key objective of my this small tutorial is to help all C# beginners understand how to create a project in Visual Studio. So let's get started. So initially when you look forward to create a project, you have to click on File menu, New Project, and then you have to decide whether you wish to create a console application project or a desktop application project or a web application project. So initially, if all the beginners are looking forward to write their C# programs, it is not mandatory that every time you create a console application project. You can also meet your objective either through desktop or a web application project. So today I am going to show you how you can create a Windows desktop application project on Visual Studio 2017 and can achieve your objective. So as you can see here on this new project window, we have options like Visual C#, which has been expanded, and the Windows desktop option is being selected. So I will select this particular option, that is WPF app, which will let us create a desktop application project on Visual Studio 2017. So I will name it as my first application, and this is going to get stored in D drive my.NET projects, and I'll click on OK. So here you can see that we have created our project successfully, and then you can view Solution Explorer to see which all files got created in your project. So you have got one .cs file, and as you all may know that in C# we have the files with the extension as .cs. So this is the file where you can write your logic, and since we have created this Windows desktop application project, we also have got this .xaml file where you can define the user interface of your application. And other than this, we have got an entry point class which we call it as app.xaml.cs. So now let us see, we haven't written any logic here. So let us see what will happen if we actually click on the start button. So as of now you can see an empty window. Your application is just the one screen with an empty white window. So let us try to see and understand how we can actually develop a very small application for your understanding, where you can actually write your C# programs. So this is the window that you were able to see. So what I am going to do here is I am actually change this name, the title here on this window screen. So here you can see we have this main window.xaml opened, and this is the same main window .xaml which you were able to see on the Solution Explorer. This is responsible to maintain the user interface for your application. So you can actually add up controls per your want on this XAML file. If you want a button or a title or a label or a combo box, you can add all those controls here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change the name here as my first application, and I'm going to save it and see what it happens. Let us run it. So now the name, the title got changed to my first application. Now you can see we have this window, and inside window we have got something like grid. This is the grid control in this window. So actually in grid you can keep all your controls in a tabular form. You can arrange your controls in rows and columns format. So I'm going to show you how you can actually add a very simple control here and can achieve your objective of a hello world program what you do on a console application. So you can see here we have a toolbox open, and you can even open this toolbox by going through view toolbox. So I'll put my cursor inside this grid and I will click on button. So I actually had a double click there. So I have got this button added, and you can see we have a very small button here. So we can actually increase the width of this button. I can make it as 150, and I can also define a height of this button to 100. 100 will be too much, so I can make it as 60. So what are all these things which you see in this button control, like content, horizontal alignment, vertical alignment? As a beginner, you may not know all these properties, right? So what you can do actually is you can go to Google and you can actually see the button class, and you can actually see what are the different properties of a button. So here you can see that button has got content, button has got height, width, font style, foreground, background, and you can even actually understand the meaning of all those properties. So as of now, I have given a height and width to my button, and the content here is button, so I will make it as click me. So as of now, horizontal alignment is left, so I will make it as center, and the vertical alignment is at top, so I will also make it as center. Now what I want to do here, I want to achieve the objective that once you click on this button, you want to print hello world. That is what you do on a console application, and now here we are going to achieve that objective through this desktop application. So you can actually double click on this button, and the moment you double click on this button, you get a click event generated on XAML.cs class. Viewers, hope you understand that we have this .cs class which actually maintains the logic for this XAML class. So you can print here message box dot. So in C#, whenever we keep dot, we can actually see the methods defined within the class. So here message box is nothing but it's a class having the method as dot show, which is used to display the messages. And every statement ends with a terminator. So this is the button underscore click event that got generated by double clicking on this button, and now let us see by starting this application. So you have got a button click me, and when you click on it, you get displayed this message hello world. Now viewers, suppose you do not want to display hello world and you want to achieve all those objectives which you write in the console application programming, like adding two integers or those calculations or other logics, that can also be achieved on this particular application. So how do you do that? First, you need to understand the flow and how do you debug in a C# project application. So to debug, you can press F11. So here, like when I press F11, I can do step-to-step debugging, I can see that initially within a class, this is basically a C# application class named as main window. So when you debug, you understand the step-to-step flow within that class, and here I am able to realize that it's the constructor of the class which gets initialized first. Constructor has the same name as the class name, so here main window is the constructor of main window class, and this is the first one that gets initialized. So you can see the constructor got initialized, and when will this hello world get printed? This hello world is going to get printed only when I'll click on this button. So let me click here. So the moment I have clicked on that button, this event of that button got hit, and now I'm pressing F11 again. So you see hello world got printed here. So I'll stop it here. So that's how you create a basic application on Visual Studio which is C# based. And if you want to do any programming, you can actually do it on a desktop application or a web application rather than console application. Let me show you one more case where suppose you create a method and you want to perform some calculation in that method. So I'll name it as my method, and I will generate the method body. So here is your method, my method, and what I'm going to do in this method is I'm going to sum two integers. So I will make integer 1. This is my first number. I can name it as first number, and that is say 10, and let me create my second number, and this is 20, and I can give the result as first number plus second number. And if I want to print this result on a message box, I can do that through message box dot show result. Result is an integer, while the show method of message box only displays the strings. So I can make it as .toString. So .toString is used to cast the integers to string, or not just the integers, you can actually make the double or any other data types to the string values using .toString. So let us see how the control of flow should be. So initially when this class will get executed, when you will press F11 and when you will execute this application, the constructor of this class will get executed first and will initialize the class. Once the class gets initialized, your my method will get executed and will perform this calculation here, and then this will display the result of your calculation, and then it is on your want whether you want to click on the button or not. So let us see. I am pressing F11 for your understanding. So as I said, this is how the control of flow will go like. So you can see here your message got printed 30, and here it got end and it has displayed your screen, and then you can click me and this will display hello world. If you want, you can also keep this method within the button click event. So what it will do now is when you will click on the button, then your result will get printed. Let us see. So your my method got called, and here we are showing 30. So the moment you click on click me, 30 is being shown here. So I hope you understood how you can achieve what you achieve on console applications through the desktop application also. You can create buttons, you can create the events of those buttons, you can actually keep the methods within constructor or within the event handlers. So here my objective was to only make you understand how to create a project in Visual Studio. If you want to understand how to create a sample application in WPF, please like and subscribe my channel to follow other videos. Thank you so much.